I welcome you to another edition of Mentoring Masterclass. I am Dr. Bola Adewara, the producer and presenter of eLive Mentoring Masterclass. Today I have with me the Love Coach.
Yeah.
The Love Coach, my brother.
It's my pleasure to be here again.
How are you doing? Thank you so much.
I'm good.
I welcome
How are you.
I'm okay. It's
Right.
getting better, yeah. The purpose of this mentoring masterclass is to get our younger ones mentored. We didn't have this opportunity, you know. When we were growing up, we didn't have this opportunity. All our parents taught then was just go to the university, go to school, you become a medical doctor, you become a lawyer. To become a theater artist that time was much of a kind of trouble. You know, mentoring was not there. For someone like me, it was like my daddy coming from outside and all of us will run away. We ran away those days.
Yeah.
How was it for you then?
Well, your dad is the law. Your dad is whatever he says, goes. If he says this is the way to go, everybody must comply. If you don't comply, no school fees.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
It was the ultimate.
And one thing I noticed our daddies did those days was that when the child misbehaved, they will say, "Go and call me your mother."
Exactly.
Your mother bear the brunt of whatever.
Because she's the one at home.
She's the one at home, really.
Yeah, and so she's the one in charge. It's like I left you in charge. What happened to the
to the children and stuff like that. Today, I want us to look at this very big topic: what to do when you don't know what to do. Do you understand it? What to do when you don't know what to do. Please, our viewers, my friends, all of you there, I want you to please call your friends wherever they are, share this link to your people so that they will join us and learn one or two things. The topic today is what to do when you don't know what to do. What a topic.
Yeah, quite interesting.
What do you understand by that? When you say what to do when you don't know what to do, what do you understand by that?
When you're totally confused and you don't know where to start from, you don't know where to finish. When you are stagnated, when you can't see the light at the other end of the tunnel, when you're confused, when you're confounded, you're discombobulated.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
when you say confusion, I think confusion is about the state of disorder, mental disorder.
Yeah.
Amazement. When you are confused, it's like you don't even know what next to do.
You don't know how to place it. You don't know where to start, where to stop. What to follow, what not to follow. You are just like in the moon or in the clouds, not knowing where to take the next step to.
Now, when we say what to do, when you don't know what to do, tell me, what do you think could be the causes of things like these? I look at it, maybe the state of pain, challenges in life, be at loss, maybe death of someone there, like your husband, your wife, loss of big money, sudden disappointment. Tell me, what do you think? When we say what do you think will be the causes of not knowing what else to do?
Sometimes life is a drag. It can be in the area of family. For example, you are 30 years old or 40 years old, you're still single, and you're wondering, what have I done with my life? You have worked in a company for 30 years, you haven't been able to achieve anything. You look at your career, and you've been there for a while, and nothing has happened. And then you look at your finances, they're not picking up. You look at your business, it's like a mess. Whatever you try to do, at the edge of success, you just find that it goes down. So at the point, you are totally confused and stagnated.
At what age do you think one could get to that level? Because at a stage in life, you are still a child, you are still under someone, they are paying your school fees, they are feeding you. At that level, I don't really think you can get to a point of you don't knowing what to do. I think when you say you don't know what to do or you get to that state of confusion, maybe you are on your own that time. What do you think?
We're talking about standards. For example, life is in trimester. Life is in trimester. The first 25 years, the second 25 years, and the third 25 years.
Tell me about that.
The first 25 years is about, you building up, you forming your opinions, you trying to know what to do with your life.
That's the first trimester.
So that's the building stage, your building stage. The second stage is the off stage, the stage where you are taking on your partner, you're taking on your business, you're taking on your full career. Then it's about a stage where you can say, me, are you hearing me? That I'm standing. This is where your career begins to blossom. This is where you begin to start family. This is where you begin to start a business.
That's the second trimester.
Yes. The third trimester is where you begin to say, I have been able to achieve 1, 2, 3. Now it should be about the upcoming generation. Are you getting it? It should be about the upcoming generation. How can I help them?
I see.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So if at any point in time these stages are not met, your expectations are not met, that's sometimes where you get confused because you think you are stagnated. You're a lady, you are 40 years old, you don't have a husband. You're a man, you are 40 years old, you don't have a house or a room to yourself, and you are still staying in your parents' house.
Wow. So disappointment sets in at
Yeah.
that level.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you have what they call the sad memories of lost opportunities.
Wow. Wow. Sad memories of lost opportunities.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that these days, a lot of people, I can imagine, yesterday we discussed the issues of disappointment in marriage, people killing themselves, divorce, and so on. These days we notice a kind of upsurge in people committing suicide, or maybe the press is just playing it up. You find people going to the lagoon, jumping into the water, some people tying rope on the something there, killing themselves and stuff. How do people react to this level of confusion? How do people react to this? Some people maybe they cry, some would abuse the level of pain, some would return to drinking, some will be smoking, and so on and so on. Tell me, how have you seen it? How have you seen such things?
I think it's unresolved or unmet or failed expectations. And you will not see light at the end of the tunnel. When you have expectations that have failed you completely and you don't know what to do, you are confused, and then you begin to hear voices telling you that it's
go and commit suicide.
Yes, that this
return to your vomit.
It's never going to work. It's never going to work. You are going to remain a failure. If you stay here, you could just die. Why don't you kill yourself now? Or maybe something very drastically happened to you, like a lady who was raped and she looked at herself, how can I live with this incident? And she killed herself. So depends on, and sometimes the society you live in, like you live in certain countries that where everything is not working. And you look at your age.
I don't know the country you are talking about.
And you look at your age, and you look at the leaders, they are not doing anything to help matters. You just say, look, it's hopeless.
It's hopeless.
It's hopeless. There's no light at the other side of the tunnel. Therefore, the best way is to escape. And for some people to escape is to run to other countries. So for some people to escape to just kill themselves. Some people, you heard about people jumping into the lagoon and all of that.
Yeah. I think for people who get to that end, that stage of not knowing what to do, I think there's this level. I want to advise on this, right? If you need, the way you can respond to this, if you must accept failure, please accept failure. That look, at this level, I have failed. What can I do? Don't deny the reality on ground. Don't ever deny the reality on ground. When you realize that I am 40 years old, I'm still living in my father's house, please accept the reality on ground. The next thing is find a way to reflect on the reality on ground. How did I get here? what can I do with this situation? You see, and look at it very quickly. What can I do in this situation? We will come to a solution. But in the reaction, the real reaction you must have, accept the situation and then stop blaming yourself at a stage. Look at it critically. What can I do now? Stop hearing. You see, there is a lecture I did in mentoring masterclass. I call it how to control your mind. Learn how to control your mind. Tell yourself, I will get out of this situation.
That is to live on the positive side.
Live on the positive side.
No matter what, you just make up your mind to take the positive angle, to look at things from the positive level. You don't allow the issues to becloud your senses. Just make sure that you're on the positive side, whatever it is. You know, and if possible, you told the religious line, all things work together.
All things work together for good. I think also that it's just about like the husband and wife. Your marriage is not working, and then you now feel, I have gotten to the end of this matter. I have to end this relationship. Now, I want to say something. As long as the marriage is not abusive
and life-threatening,
I believe it can be worked out. I believe it can be. Don't you think so?
No, all things are possible. That's one of the things that if you want anything good about your life, one of the things you must learn to accept is that all things are possible. It is never too late to start all over. And so if you understand that and internalize that, then you're on a good pedestal. Because you know now that you can start off at 60 and still make a life for yourself.
Exactly.
You know? But some people just think, there's no way. I'm this old. It cannot happen again for me.
Age is a matter of the mind.
Of course.
I have seen people at 70.
It's just a number.
It's just a number.
Yeah.
I've seen people at 70 bouncing back in life. I mean, there's a story of KFC.
The 65-year-old.
The 65-year-old man. He was a nobody.
At 65.
At 65. And he died as a is it billionaire or multi-billionaire?
He's a billionaire.
A billionaire, you know. I mean, you can imagine Kentucky Fried Chicken all over. At what age? 65. My brother, listen to me. My sister, listen to me. What do you do when you don't know what to do? There are ways out of it. There are ways out of it. Don't ever believe that it is all over. Now, what are the solutions? When things like this happen to you, when you find out that, look, I have gotten to a state, I don't just know what to do. Don't just sleep in your house. Perhaps if you are sleeping in your house, it's time for reflection. But encourage yourself. We will look at it. Love coach, tell me, what are the solutions to this? What can you do when you get to a point that you don't even know what to do? What do you do?
First and foremost, you have to evaluate yourself and forgive yourself.
Evaluate yourself.
Evaluate yourself.
And forgive yourself.
Forgive yourself. And then you accept the situation because you're right there in it. There's no way, there's no need denying that at age 40 you're still single when you should be married. There's no need denying that you're still in your father's house when you should be on your own. There's no need denying that your career is a mess. So accept it and then you write a new plan. When you write a new plan, you begin to understand, have the mindset that nothing is impossible.
Please, my friend, can you pick your pen?
Yes.
And start writing some of these things down. It says, accept the reality on ground. Don't deny it. And what again, please?
There's always something in your hands. There's always something left with you that you can start all over. It could be your brain, it could be your ideas, it could be anything. But, you know, the situation does not leave you empty. As long as your breath in your nostrils, there's always something you can do. You can reinvest, you can invest in yourself, learn to invest in yourself. And learn a new skill. It's never too late.
You remind me of the good book.
Yes.
Every one of us has been blessed by God with one thing. Moses had the rod in his hand.
Yes.
The Shunammite woman had oil, right? Is that
There's
it?
always something.
There's always something the Lord has blessed you with. Find out what the Lord has given to you.
There's always a blessing.
There's always a blessing in your hand, a blessing in your life. So many people don't even know what God has given to them.
There's a young lady who got scholarship with a smile.
Wow.
All she had was a smile. Her parents were no good. There was no money anywhere. But she goes to this church and she's always smiling. Some people come to church just to see her smile. Not for anything. Some people didn't come to hear the sermon, but they just wanted to see her smile and they are warmed up. So when it was heard that she was going to school and there was no way to pay, is it that girl that smiles all the time? Is it that girl, that lady who is always cheerful, that young lady? They say yes. Some people began to look into their purse to see what they can do. That was how they were able to collect money to pay her school.
Wow, wow, wow. Do you hear that? Those of us who wear frown, always angry, always unhappy, going to church, you are not happy. It's like the heaven will fall on your head. Can you hear this testimony?
You are not the only one.
You are not the only one.
Everybody has a cross they are carrying. Until you get close to people, you don't know that everyone has a cross. Everyone has a hurt somewhere they're carrying. Everyone has a regret somewhere they're carrying. So it is not you. You are not by yourself. You're not alone.
He has given one. Let me give one too.
Yes.
I am a Christian. He is. And I'm sure many of you watching, you are there. When you have this kind of challenge or this kind of challenges in your life, like I say, don't frown all the time. Stop murmuring.
Yeah.
Stop murmuring. Some of us will say, God, do you see me? See what is happening to me. Is this the best you can do for me? With all my Johnny choir, with all my ushering in the church, with all my giving. Look at what is happening to me here.
Murmuring.
God hates murmuring. My brother, this is the time for you to pray and the time for you to praise. This is the time to tell yourself. You see, many of these songs we sing in churches. I know that I can make it. Where is your faith in the days of trouble? I know that I can swear. Where is your faith in the days of trouble? Please don't let us sing this song only in the happy times. Let us learn to sing this song and realize the lyrics, the truth of this song in the days of trouble. Tell me more. Solution. When you get what to do when you don't know what to do.
One of the things you need to do is to discover who you are, like we said. Now, when you find who you are and what you can do, try and connect yourself to a group of people.
Socializing, right?
Socialize with a group of people. Thank God for things like the internet now. You could belong to groups and you can find help. You can find help. Be proactive. Don't just sit there and thinking, oh, God will do it. God will not come and do certain things for you. God cannot do for you what you cannot. What God can only do for you what you cannot do for yourself. The things you can do for yourself is like a lot of women, a lot of young ladies, for instance, they are complaining they are single and they're in their room, they never go out, they never meet anybody. How do you want the situation to change if you never change yourself? You need to be able to change.
Another thing I notice, I want to share with them is that God will not work for you.
God will work with you.
He will work with you.
That's it.
God will not work for you. God is not your house boy. He will work with you. Check all the miracles in the Bible. God performed all these miracles through someone. At the tomb of Lazarus, they told them, roll away the stone. At the verge of Red Sea, he told them, point the rod. The River Jordan, he told them, step into the river. At the wall of Jericho, he told them, move around the wall 7 times. My brothers and sisters, God will not work for you. He will work with you. God wants to partner with you. He wants to partner with you. Don't always think that, no, I am praying. God will go do it for me. And you are sleeping at home. It doesn't work that way.
The one I like the most is the one with Moses. Moses had told the people, stand and see the salvation of the Lord. And then he went behind and he started crying. Lord, we are dead.
We are dead.
And God said, why are you crying to me? Tell the people to go forward.
Go forward. My brother, go forward. The only miracle in the Bible that has no involvement of man is the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. The stone they put on the tomb there, who rolled it away from heaven? That is the only miracle you see in the Bible that has no involvement of man. And that is to show you that resurrection is not about man. God did it. The power that rose Jesus Christ from the tomb. If that power is in you, it will do miracles. Tell me more, Love Coach.
Don't procrastinate. Do it now. Do it now. Start putting pen to paper now. Like you already said, do something now. Do something with what you have right now. Perhaps you will get. See, no miracle happens without the people moving. Most of the miracles that happen is while they went.
Exactly, while they went. On the way.
On the way. So you are taking action. You find help. Then, if you ask me, the last thing I like to suggest is ask questions.
Ask questions.
Ask questions. Questions are the answers.
Wow. Questions are the answers.
Questions are the answers. Do I have time to tell you a story?
Tell me. Let's go on.
There was a guy in a war camp, a concentration camp. In that concentration camp, nobody comes out alive. And he asked the elders, we are the people of God. Can't we come out of this? They laughed at him. He asked his mates, they laughed at him. He asked the women, they laughed at him. He asked the young people he could see, they all laughed at him. So he decided to ask himself, how can I
get out of this?
How can I? One day they brought a truck to carry dead flesh, dead bodies. As they were loading it, something came to him as he was there. He saw them loading the truck. Revelation hit him. If I can be dead.
You can be dead. I'll be free.
I'll be free. And so he took off his clothes and jumped into the dead bodies. And he waited for what looked like forever, and the truck departed. The truck drove for hours and emptied them into an open grave. And he looked left
and right.
There was nobody, and he ran to freedom. He was the only one who
survived it
because he was asking
questions. Do you hear that story? Let me give you about 2 or 3 more. How do you get out of this cul-de-sac? Sit at one place, relax to reflect. Don't forget. Reflection. The question there. During reflection, that's when you start asking yourself the question.
Exactly.
What can I do?
What can I do?
The next question is, write down your plan. Don't let the veggies of life, the challenges of life meet you unprepared. Every month, write your plan. This month, this is what I'm going to do. Every week, write it down. This is what I'm going to do this week. When you wake in the morning, write your plans down. This is what I'm going to do today. Once you have all these plans, challenges of life will not meet you unprepared. Then the next one, be always prepared for the day, just as I told you there, And how do you prepare for these things? Find yourself some very good books to read.
That's true.
Books like biographies, historical books, so that you will know how did this man get into this problem and how did he get out of it. I am starting a new page on the internet, on Facebook. I call it Great Men of All Times. I love history. Today I wrote on Charles Dickens. When Charles Dickens also had challenges with his life, had challenges with his wife, he found a way out. These are the things I believe that if we follow, especially the younger generation. The younger generation, don't just think all about life is sitting down Facebook, sitting down Twitter, sitting down TikTok and stuff like that. Do something with your life. Wake up now. Your parents have done the best they could do. They've given you education.
Yeah.
You too, reward them by showing them that you have plans, that you can do something with your life. I believe that you have gained something today.
Yeah.
I believe that this mentoring masterclass.
I like to add finally.
Yes, add finally.
That finally you must understand that God loves you.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're having challenges, it's not God. God is not punishing you. God wants you to come out of it. And so you can start by understanding that God is on your side.
God is on your side.
God is on your side. And all things, with God, all things are
possible.
So it is possible. Today you are broke, tomorrow you are
rich. Of course, exactly.
So you need to have that mindset, because it's about mind setting. It's about mind setting. Have mindset that things will turn around for you.
For good.
Because every time you say you can't, everything shuts down.
Exactly.
Every time you say you won't, everything shuts down.
Every time you tell your mind, I can't do it.
Things just shut down.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Be very careful, my young ones, and the Lord will bless you. Welcome to Mentoring Masterclass. I'll see you again.
Yeah, make it a fantastic
day. Thank you so much, my love coach.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much. I believe they will learn something.
They have learned something.
They've learned something.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my brother.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, bye. Thank you. Bye.